Arthur Lee. Arthur Lee was an American singer-songwriter who rose to fame as the leader of the Los Angeles rock band Love. Love's 1967 album Forever Changes was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and it is part of the National Recording Registry. Early years. Lee was born in Memphis, Tennessee on March 7, 1945 in John Gaston Hospital to Egan's a school teacher and Chester Taylor, a local jazz musician and cornet player. As an only child, Lee was known by the nickname Poe, short for Potter, and was looked after by additional family members so his mother could proceed with her teaching career. With his father being his first connection with a musician, Lee was fascinated by music at a young age. He would sing and hum along to blues musicians such as Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters on the radio. At the age of 4, Lee made his debut on the stage at a Baptist church, reciting a small poem about a wrecked telephone. His first known recording is from 1963. The Ninth Wave was released by his first band, the instrumental outfit called The Legs, a Booker T and the MG's type of unit which included Johnny Ecolis, Lee Allen Talbot, and Roald Davis. Lee underwent several months of treatment for leukemia to include chemotherapy and an experimental stem cell transplant using stem cells from an umbilical cord blood donor. Despite treatment, his condition continued to worsen and he died from complications of leukemia in Memphis, Tennessee on August 3, 2006 at the age of 61. We'll always remember musician Arthur Lee, leader of the band Love, and other notable people who died this day on August 3. So please do not skip this video. Watch the full video. Christopher Hewitt. The actor Christopher Hewitt, was died aged 80, directed for the theater in Britain and America, and is probably best remembered as the inept, dress-wearing stage director Roger Debris in Mel Brooks' directorial debut The Producers 1968. Hewitt was born in Worthing, Sussex to an army officer father and an Irish mother who was descended from the 19th century politician Daniel O'Connell. Aged 7, he played an Indian prince in a Dublin production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. Following a Jesuit education and wartime Royal Air Force service, his theatrical grounding came with 2 years in repertory at the Oxford Playhouse, working with, among others, Michael Campson and playwright Christopher Fry. Hewitt's inclination was for musicals and light comedies, and his earliest Western work included The Merry Widow 1943 and Kiss Me Kate 1952. Hewitt's most successful television role came in 1985 when he was cast in the title role of Mr. Bill Verder as a ministerial butler. The family sitcom, with its mix of heavy moralizing and courtesy family interplay, proved highly popular in re-Asianite America and ran until 1990. Christopher Hewitt, actor and director, was born on April 5, 1921, and he died on August 3, 2001. Annette Charles, who played Resi dancer Cha-Cha Di Gregorio, died on 3rd August at her home in Los Angeles. The brunette beauty was 63 years old and had been suffering from cancer after being diagnosed a few months ago. A representative for the actress confirmed to TMZ that she died from complications relating to the disease. Cha-Cha was the girl who stole Danny Zuko from Sandy on the dance floor during the school dance and was the on-off girlfriend of William's Craterface. Her head jib was one of the film's most memorable dance moves. In the iconic film, she was referred to as the best dancer at St. Bernadette's with the worst reputation. Before her role in Grease, Annette had a highly successful television career, appearing in several long-running series in the 1970s, including Emergency, Barnaby Jones, and The Bionic Woman. After retiring from acting in 1978, she became a speech professor and taught at the California State University in Northridge. Colin Gray. Colin Gray, actor who was often cast as an understanding girlfriend or a steadfast wife in film noirs of the 1940s and 50s, such as Kiss of the Dead and The Killing. In fact, Gray, with her pretty features, slightly pointed nose and wide eyes, was often the only ethical or innocent element in the dark, doom-laden crime dramas. In Case of Death 1947, she is the understanding girlfriend of an ex-con Victor Mature, helping him to make a new life. In Nightmare Alley in 1947, she is the steadfast wife and partner of Stan, Tyrone Power, in a carnival mind-reading act whose big scene comes when she warns him not to go against God. As a head nurse in the hospital in the Sleeping City 1950, she gains sympathy despite her involvement in illegal drugs and murder, and in Kansas City Confidential 1952, she is a corrupt cop's law student daughter who brings romance into the life of a man, John Payne, unjustly accused of a robbery. Most famously, however, in Stanley Kubrick's The Killing 1956, she is the faithful girlfriend of a criminal who waited 5 years for him to be released from prison and who gets drawn reluctantly into a heist. Gray was born Doris Johnson in Staplehurst, Nebraska, of strict Lutheran Danish parents, Arthur and Anna, and moved with her family to a farm in Minnesota as a child. Later, she studied drama at Hamline University in Minnesota, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree before moving to California. Colleen Gray, actor, born 23rd October 1922, died on 3rd August 2015. May her soul rest in peace. Robert Hardy. Robert Hardy, who was died aged 91, was one of the most instantly recognizable and authoritative actors of the past half century on television, especially in the role of Winston Churchill, whom he played in at least 8 incarnations, and as Siegfried Warnen, the senior wit in the long-running BBC series All Creatures Great and Small, based on the semi-autobiographical novels of James Herriot. Leading actors have often become associated with living characters: Michael Sheen with Tony Blair, for instance, or Meryl Streep with Margaret Thatcher. But Hardy relished the challenge of playing a historical figment, someone already lost in his own mythology, though he did not happen to know, and became a personal friend of Harriet's veterinary college, the eccentric Donald Sinclair, the acknowledged basis and inspiration of Vernon's character. Robert Hardy, actor, born on 29th October 1925, died on 3rd August 2017.